welcome back to the kitchen. Today we're going to be making a spring recipe that I like to call bird's nests. So basically what we're going to be doing is following the general Rice Krispies treat recipe, but instead of rice cereal, we're going to be using shredded wheat. And when you mix it with shredded wheat instead, you get a mixture that you can mold a little bird's nest out of. And I'll show you a picture of the final product here. And then once you mold your nest, you put in some of these little candy coated eggs here. Or you can use the malted milk eggs or chocolate eggs, whatever. Or you could just stick one whole big chocolate egg in there if you want. So let's get started. First we need 3 tablespoons of butter. So if you're not familiar with how this works, each of these little marks is a tablespoon. So count 1, 2, 3, and we're going to cut right there. And then I just like to cut all the way around the paper. And, oh, okay, that just came right off. Then there's your 3 tablespoons. I usually do this in the microwave. I think it's easier that way, but I realized that I don't have a microwave safe bowl that is big enough for all these marshmallows. So I'm going to do it in this big saucepan over the oven. Okay, so I'm turning my saucepan on medium, and we just wait for the butter to melt. Okay, as you can see, the butter is now melted. I'm going to add my marshmallows. The recipe does call for 10 ounces of the big marshmallows, or if you're using minis, then you should measure out 4 cups of the minis. This was actually a 12-ounce package, but I can't think of any use for 2 ounces of leftover marshmallows since I don't really eat them in day-to-day life, so I'm dumping in the whole 12-ounce package. I don't think it will make that much of a difference. Alright, so now we're gonna keep this going. It does say melt over low heat, but I feel like even on medium, the butter melted so slowly. I'm just gonna leave it on medium, but if they start to burn, I'll turn it down to low. Okay, look at this. It looks like snowball soup. They are almost melted. As you can see, I have been standing here stirring them pretty much constantly. I would definitely recommend that because I could see how this could easily burn if you stepped away from it. If you're using the microwave method, you're supposed to melt the butter first in your microwave safe bowl, then add your marshmallows. It doesn't give timing, and probably because that can vary by microwave to microwave. I would say just go for 30 seconds and stand near the microwave and watch until the marshmallows start to puff. You know how they do? When you see the marshmallows starting to puff up big, stop your microwave and stir them and just see if they're melted enough to stir all the way. And if it's not, maybe go for another 20 seconds. That's what I would do. Okay, this is completely melted. Alright, so I gave this one more stir. I took it off the heat. I'm just stirring it a little bit more so it doesn't burn in case the pan's still hot. And now it's time to measure out our shredded wheat. So I've already been going like this through the packages to try to break it up a little bit. If you haven't seen this before, this does look a little strange. This is the big biscuit, so when you buy it, look for the box that says big biscuit. It comes in a regular cereal box, but it'll say Big Biscuit on the outside. These are just a lot easier to crunch up than those little mini wheat ones that you sometimes see. And you can see that's how they look. So you can still see they need to be broken up a lot more than this. So to do that, I'm going to use my pastry blender. This is a pastry blender. You use it like this to crunch stuff up. Some people use it for meatloaf. Alright, I'm going to crush up those 2 packages and see what it measures to, because we need 6 cups of this. And I'm not sure how much this is going to be. Try and show you a little bit here. Let's like this. Because I spilled some. So approximately 3 cups for 2 biscuits. 2 packages of biscuits. I'm going to do 2 more of these. The only disadvantage to this method is little bits of wheat keep flying up every once in a while. Another method you could do is put the biscuits in a big plastic bag and roll over it with a rolling pin. Or just squish it. You just have to watch out because the bag can get holes in it from doing that too. So, alright, here's our 6 cups of shredded wheat. It's time to add in our marshmallows, our marshmallow mixture. Ooh, this is gonna be messy. You know, it would have been easier to just add the shredded wheat into the saucepan. Too late. Oh, here. Oh, this is easy. Look, it rests right in there. Oh my goodness. This is like oobleck. Okay, so what I ended up doing was putting a little bit of the shredded wheat in here to try to make the marshmallow glom onto it, because I thought that might be an easier way to get the marshmallows out. I'm not sure if it really helped or not. And I'm also mixing up this together in this big bowl. The marshmallows just kind of want to keep to themselves and not combine very well with shredded wheat. I don't remember this being so difficult before. Maybe I bought some kind of super sticky marshmallows. Alright, I'm going to put a little oil on my hands and just use my hands. Okay, there's still a little bit of wheat at the bottom of the pan. I'm trying to get this to absorb. Alright, I think that's as good as we're gonna get. Alright, let's put this mess in the sink to soak. Alright, I'm going to be putting the finished bird's nest on top of some wax paper, which is going to be inside this serving tray. Okay. I'm going to put a little more oil on my hands because this is a super sticky batch. I don't remember this ever being so sticky before. Alright, so just take a little ball of your mixture, form it into a little flat-ish circular shape, And then you use your thumb or your finger to poke a little hollow in the middle, like a bird's nest. And just kind of mold it and pinch it until it's shaped how you want. That's one. Alright, here's our little nests. So now the fun part is we add the eggs. Might just put, well, maybe I can squeeze 3 in. That's funny, there's hardly any yellow eggs in this. Look, all the yellow eggs are already gone. So it's just pink, blue, and green. Alright, I hope you had fun making these cute little bird's nests with bird's eggs. They're a fun thing to do for Easter, especially if you want to be doing some cooking with kids. You can just have them help you stir it up and give each kid a little ball of the goo. Anyway, I hope you had fun. This was a nice, easy spring recipe, and we'll see you again next week in the kitchen. Bye!